With the 4-hour workday, you can afford to pick the very best 4 hours of the day to work. Having less time to work forces me to accept the things I cannot change, which allows me to quickly adjust my work to what's going on. Now, here's how I used to work. I'd plan out a day. I was going to work 12 hours that day. This is how I made the first Facebook course I made. I literally came in early in the morning and went through the entire day and worked 12 hours plus to make that course in one day. Now, what happens when you do that and the internet's out, or the power's out, or someone's cutting the grass, or there's some other loud noise, or people keep calling you, or something happens with your family and there's an emergency? It drives, at least for me, it drove me insane. Anything that disrupted my work, I would get really upset about. I remember I have birds chirping. You've probably heard some birds chirping in the background. You would probably not be surprised to know that at some point, when earlier on, I threw rocks to try and get the birds out of the trees to stop them from chirping. Now I accept that it's not worth the time and effort, and it's probably not the right thing to do to go throw rocks at birds to get them out of the trees. I am forced to accept the things I can't change. For example, there's people coming over to look at the house in an hour or two. That will almost guarantee I have to stop work while they're over. And then I don't have to try and work through uncomfortable situations. You don't have to try and grind through the birds chirping if you don't want to. Or for me, the biggest issue lately has been lawnmowers. I have 7 or 8 houses that are directly proximate to mine, where a loud lawnmower sound is likely to be noticeable in here. And I can't understand sometimes how it seems like every day of the week for an hour to 3 hours right when I want to film that everyone needs to mow their grass. However, I accept that short of me being a lunatic, there's nothing I can do when other people want to cut their grass, other than film through it or do a different kind of work or not work at all. There's not room for me to work pissed off at something and say, well, these lawnmowers, or what am I going to do with a wife and baby in the house? There's no reason that in 4 hours every day, I can't find 1 good hour to film and 3 good hours to do other things besides filming. And that's consistently what I'm able to do. It's a brilliant breakthrough when you can accept things as they are and not build resentments over them. A resentment is a fight. As a resentment, for example, would be getting pissed off at my neighbors for mowing the grass. Why? They need to mow the grass, I guess, then that's what they need to do. I used to get so pissed off. I used to feel like the world was stacked up against me. When I was filming every plane that flew over, I'd literally sometimes cuss a plane out for flying over and having to restart my video. Now, I just let it roll. The plane's in the background, let's go with it. The 4 hours limited amount of work time, it forces me to accept the things I have no power to change, or that it'd take me being a crazy psycho to go change, like neighbors mowing the lawn. It forces me today to have some peace and to adjust what I'm doing based on what life gives me.